What's up guys, Dookie Chan here. Today I'm going to do my spring summer fragrance rotation. Spring is going to be a great time. Winter's done. Finally get to go out in t-shirts and some shorts. And then once summer hits, it's all about that tank top action, showing off them guns. Boom! Come on, look at that in there. Get that in there. Oh, look at that big boy. All right, enough of that. So I'm going to quickly go over what I'm going to be wearing in the next 2 to 3 months. I'm going to start off with the light fragrances and then gradually move into the more exquisite ones. So my first summer fragrance will have to be Giorgio Armani Acqua di Gio, the original. This thing is a classic smell. Terrible performance. You'll get 2 to 3 hours of 6-inch projection, and after that it becomes a very close, intimate skin scent, which again is what you want for the hot, sweaty days. I absolutely love this over Profondo and Profumo for the hot summer. Profondo, the blue one in the summer, can be a bit too sweet and headache inducing in the hotness, and Profumo can be a bit too woodsy and smoky and heavy also for the hot days. So those two aren't really good for those hot summer days, but the original will keep you smelling good. Definitely you can respray this a lot. There are a lot of dupes. I reckon you get the Perry Ellis as well if you don't want to spend the big money. I won't be buying a new bottle of Acqua di Gio Giorgio Armani after I use this all. I will pretty much just get the Perry Ellis clone for $20-$30 and use that as my summer crazy reapply spray. This one smells like a breezy, sexy ocean mixed with a little bit of saltiness. Classic in my collection. Moving up to something a bit more classy when you want to wear like a polo or a polo sweater, something more dressed up in the summer and it's super duper hot. A little Homme Sport cologne, perfect, light, airy, green fragrance, hints of sweet lemon, perfect for those hot summer days when you want to go out for fancy dinner. I don't recommend a little Homme Sport Extreme or the non-extreme version. Again, that tonka bean can be a bit too heavy in the hot weather. And when I say hot weather, I mean 80 degrees and up, all right? That's just going to be too sweet in there, and when you're with people, it's going to be a bit too much, and when you smell it in the heat, just a bit too much. So go a little Homme Sport cologne. It'll last you 4 hours, then become a skin scent. These fragrances here, not the best performers, but smell good, smell clean, fresh. Now, the best performing one out of these three has to be Jimmy Choo Man Ice. This thing is a $20 to $30 100 ml, whereas these two over here will cost you about $100 for 100 ml. Does this smell just as good? Yeah. I mean, this one is basically you take a little Homme Sport cologne and you make it a bit more edgy. Get a bit more of that ambroxan smell. Much more intense, much more sporty smelling. Has that strong citrus smell with ambroxan in there to really give it that icy edge. This one will last you 4 to 6 hours on clothes and doesn't really fade away. So this one's a strong one, and it's so cheap. You can just reapply this anytime you want. Classic. I would buy this over Dior Homme Cologne. The reason being is just you get pretty much the same fragrance for a fraction of the cost. I'm all about that, especially when it's a summer fragrance. You're going to spray a lot of this on. Might as well go with a cheapie. All right, now we're moving into more of the spring/cool summer fragrances. So these are the fragrances I throw on when it's 50, 60s, 70 degrees outside. First one is Wasalam, a classic. This will always be in my collection. This is the perfect boyfriend scent, the good guy, great leader kind of scent. Every time I put this on, My missus, she loves it. We've been together 11 years, and every time I spray this on, it brings back a lot of good memories for her. I'm gonna spray some on today. This one and a little Sport Cologne go for the same type of vibe. Clean, elegance. Let's definitely throw this on in a cool summer day or a cool spring day. Dress it up, dress it down. Definitely works. This one will always be a classic. YSL L'Homme. Forget about La Nuit de L'Homme. Forget about all the other different flankers that they've come out under this L'Homme DNA. Forget about the, what was that? The YSL L'Homme, the silver one. I totally forgot about it. Forget that rose. It's too intense. Just get the original L'Homme. That ginger is amazing. Clean, simple, memorable. Bam! Now, if you want this L'Homme DNA, but you want it a bit edgier, like how a little Sport Cologne has a edgy brother named Dimitri Man Ice, YSL L'Homme's edgy cool brother is YSL Lemon Sight. This one pretty much shares that ginger floralness, but has a bit of ambroxan in there, has a bit of bad boyness. So if you take L'Homme and you turn into a bad boy, you get Lemon Sight by Louis Vuitton. Now this one will run you a cool $300, but refills are $190, so you got to keep that in mind. You're getting a niche quality fragrance for a decent price, decent refill. Longevity on this for spring compared to YSL L'Homme, I think these two have very similar longevity, with Lemon Scent giving you an extra hour or two of power and lingering on clothes. L'Homme will give you a solid 4 hours of power, but then you might have to reapply. But since this is so inoffensive, you can reapply this all the time. Lemon Sight, I hardly had to reapply this. The past week I was wearing it. I wore it on full 6-hour dates, and it held its course for those 6 hours. After that, it becomes a skin scent. So with these summer scents, you have to realize performance will often take a backseat, but it's not so dreaded where you can't last a day without it. So Lemon Sight is my next spring summer fragrance. Throw this on a cool summer day, a cool spring day, and you're gonna be smelling nice. And then nextly, for those really cold spring summer days, the 40s and the 50s, I got these two bangers right here: Bleu de Chanel EDT and Santal 33. Bleu de Chanel EDT, one of my favorite fragrances. As you can see, I'm slowly putting a dent into this bottle, given my large collection, or should I say my consolidated collection. I've gone through a lot of fragrances. I've used them. I moved down from them. Sorry to all those other fragrances. YSL YO Fresh, Prada Luna Rosa. Those have been great, but these are my core now. Bleu de Chanel EDT, classic smell, great DNA. Ladies love this. Fresh out of the shower smell. Smell like a bad boy, smell like an edgy boy. This thing is sexy. I will always have a bottle, just like how I will always have a bottle of YSL L'Homme. Always will have a bottle of Santal 33. Now, let's just move on to Santal 33. Come on. I mean, you either love it or hate this fragrance. I absolutely love it. It is my signature fragrance, and I'll be rocking this spring, cool spring day for dates, hanging out. This is great. Same thing with Bleu de Chanel. Dates, cool spring day. They have these two fragrances have a bit more warmth to them because of the woods and the incense. Mainly the woods here and the incense here that really give you that warmth on those cool days, but they don't overpower you, you know, and give you a headache. But that's all I had, guys. This is my spring summer fragrance rotation. The one that I'm very curious to add into my collection now is the one by the Off-White label. If you guys know Virgil Abloh, Off-White, that clothing brand, they have 4 fragrances coming out. I'm definitely going to check them out this weekend when I head into Manhattan and go to the Off-White store just to see what they're all about. Some say one of the fragrances smell like Santal 33 and another one smells like Abercrombie and Fitch. So I'm excited to check those out. But other than that, this is my spring rotation. You got these 3 fragrances for the super hot days. You got these 4 fragrances for the cooler days. perfectly balanced, clean smelling, mass pleasing, nothing that will give you a headache, nothing that would smell bad, and these are just classic scents that go with pretty much any outfit. That's all I have, guys. Let me know down below, what are your spring, summer fragrances that you love? I know I haven't been making a lot of fragrance videos. I'm just consolidating all my fragrances and picking out the ones that, you know, I still love after 3 years. Holy cow. All right, that's all I had, guys. Dirkie Chan out. Ciao.